Hi everyone. Today our channel will be in English because we have a really special guest here, Julia Rick. She is 11-time world champion and much more accomplished. She's like the goddess of the wakeboard, and we are here to talk something about knowing her better. So keep with us, and we're gonna make a different program today. Hi Julia, how are you?
Hello, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you very much to host me here at your place.
Nice. It's a very honor of us to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
And Julia, tell us something. When you started the wakeboarding?
I started about 11 years ago, about 2010. Yeah, I'm from Germany, so I started in Cologne at a
Nice.
small cable park. It was a full-size cable park. When it opened close to my hometown, I first started with water ski and then I got into
Oh,
wakeboarding.
really nice. And you were little kid or was a little bit grower?
I was about 17 years,
Nice.
17 years old, yes.
So it wasn't so much younger
No, no.
when they say, "Oh, you have to start really young to get better." It's not this.
I think it definitely helps, and I think it's definitely very good if you start very early. But yeah, I didn't know about wakeboarding before, so before I was playing soccer on a professional level,
Nice.
and then I got into wakeboarding, and because I immediately fell in love with wakeboarding. I loved it so much that I completely quit soccer and just went for
And
wakeboarding.
how long did it take from the beginner level to the pro level?
It's hard to say because it depends what you define with pro level.
No, on your
But
opinion.
yeah, on my own.
When you think that you start to begin like the whole pros in your area, like
Yeah, it depends how old you are and what you want to achieve. But maybe to learn the first air tricks, it takes about 1 or 2 years to learn
but
the
it
first air
took
trick.
to you like to became a pro like 4 years
For
or
me, about like 2 to 3 years.
nice.
I became like pro about 2013.
Nice.
When I started to ride in the pro women's division and the open ladies division.
Nice.
So about after 3 years, and then
Because
I started traveling.
I'm asking this because it's what I hear every day in my ear. When I became a pro,
Yeah.
like now I can say Julia Rick took like 3 years,
Yeah.
so you have to put effort on it to get in the. When did you win your first world title?
My first world title I won in 2012 in the Philippines, but it was junior ladies. But
Okay.
I became junior ladies IWWF world champion.
Because of your age, you were
Yes,
under the age.
I was still in the juniors division, but it was the first world championship I entered, and I immediately won it. So it was such a huge success for me. It was
Nice.
crazy.
And what do you think it was the your your best effort to win this title? Was it the airtricks?
I think airtricks are really important for this, but also the feature hits, because like IWWF it counts 50-50, so you
All
need
right.
to have a good run with 50% airtricks and 50% also features, and also all around your run should be very good. It should be
So you
flowing.
have to be complete
Complete,
to
definitely.
get there. You have to have nice airtricks, nice ramps, and nice sliders.
Definitely, if you only have one, that's not good.
Nice.
It's important to be a complete rider, but that's also what I always wanted. It was not because of any competitions or something. When I started getting better, I always wanted to be a complete rider. So still, when I go out and ride, I'm still train basic tricks and still making sure that I'm all leveled out on all different sections. So
Nice.
that's important, not to
Nice.
only be good in one thing.
And for the guys at home that are usually watching us, what do you think it's for the people who are starting, the most important maneuver that you have to learn, like something basic that they have to train every day to get better? Do you think that there's this one specific trick?
I think there's not one specific maneuver because wakeboarding is a sport with so many different maneuvers and so many important basic things. So it's hard to get one thing.
Yeah,
mentioned.
if you we have, for example, to choose one for you to teach for us here, what would you choose?
I think depends on the level, but
No,
if
something that you think that it's important for the people to learn.
like very basic is, for example, the ollie or the 180 or
Nice.
basic
The
straight
backside
air.
180 actually.
Yeah, the first one is the front side 180, but these are very basic maneuvers.
Mm-hmm.
For example, to learn how to ollie with right foot forward and also in switch stance.
All right.
But if you're even a bit more intermediate rider, I would choose to teach him an air trick, especially
Alright.
at the 2.0 cable park, like your place. It's
Mhm.
perfect to learn air tricks, to learn how to release the flick of the air trick. That's
Alright.
a very important
So
maneuver.
would you mind to teach the guys at home the air trick, the rally, and say something for them to like, because it's the most wanted maneuver.
Okay.
They come here every day. Big, teach me the air trick. And now we're having the pleasure of learning this from the best, Julia Rick, because I always, when the people start talking with me about their tricks, I always send them your videos.
Okay.
Because it's so clean, it's so perfect.
Appreciate. Yeah, I think the first, or I would always start with the rally as the first air trick, because when you know how to have the release and the flick for the rally, you can do all the other basic tricks like front flip, back roll.
Nice.
Everything builds on the rally, and on the system 2.0, it's the best way to start in the corners, like very close to the corner when the carrier wants to pull you around again. When you learn how to build up tension, that's first important, to know
Yes.
how to cut, to build tension, not only speed, to have tension, and then try to push the board in the water, to release out of the water and get pulled.
And what about the arms?
Yes.
What is the best arms position to release it?
I would say you can do it in two different ways. Some people do it like with straight arms, but the whole body is laid back, almost completely in the water, so you use your whole body weight against the cable. But for me, I do it the other way. I have the arms and the hands as close as possible at my hip, and like this position, and also leaning back. And with this, I create tension. And the most
This
important
position
thing
is to create tension.
Yes, to create tension. And the most important thing is when you do the release with your feet, that you stay in this position, this position, and don't let yourself pulled forward. So it's very important to stay behind, shoulders also behind.
During
not
the flick.
like this. Yeah, like this.
Stay like this with the
The elbows, like
elbows.
this, should be like 90 degrees.
and then you flick.
Yes. And
when
the
you
whole body
you
weight
get
like this.
the position.
Yes, it's like you don't have. Some people think they have to go actively to the front or do an ollie or something, but it's like a slingshot. I always say.
Yes.
Because you're in this position completely, behind with your whole body and keeping the tension. Then you push your feet like a bit back.
Yes.
I do it mostly with the front foot. Push it hard into the water, and it's also very important to stay on your heels.
Yes.
Don't get flat with your feet, otherwise you lose all the tension. And then you do the release, and then you get pulled out immediately. So you don't have to go actively to the
And
front.
as soon as you get pulled, then you get
Then
the ready position.
Then it pulls you out, and you get into the rally position.
Nice.
And most of the beginners, they let their arms go. I did it also, because it's so much tension, you cannot really hold it. And if you're high enough, it's okay. You get high, the board goes over your head, and after the highest point, you pull yourself again. You pull
To
the handle
land.
again to the hip to bring the board under your body, and then you land. You can also try, if you're not so high, to keep the handles like this in the air. And then you have a bit more control if you keep the handle always as close to the hip as possible, because when you're like this, you don't have so much control. When you
Especially
try to
for
keep,
3 and 3 and
Yes.
everything. When
Like
it's
this.
like this, it's more difficult.
yes,
When
I do
like
always.
this, it's
Yeah, if you're like
easier.
this, you need a bit more strength, but you always have more control,
all right.
and that's
Thank you.
better.
So let's go to the water for
Yeah.
you to show us, and then you give your ride self. It's really nice today.
Good
Very
conditions.
very not sunny at all, but not cloud also. And thank you for
Thank you too.
being here with us
Yeah.
and giving us this opportunity of talking.
Yeah, let's
Thank
go.
you. Let's go, guys.
Let's
See
go.
you in the next round.